Decoding Two Sides of the System. I got Jazz Vital here with me. I was so blessed, I'm amazed by this woman. She got it out the mud necessarily. She did her thing. She's a model / fitness, fitness instructor, makeup artist, content creator. I mean, look, I can keep going, but we gotta start the show. You know what I'm saying? So, welcome Jazz Vital to the show.
Hi guys, I'm so happy to be here.
We got our best friend in the back, so just introduce yourself to the people, let them know, who you are, where you come from, and things of that nature.
Okay. Hey y'all, I am Jasmine Vital. I'm originally from Lake Charles, Louisiana. I've been living in Los Angeles for the last 4 years now as a professional makeup artist in TV and film, as well as a model and actor and content creator. I wear many hats. I'm very multifaceted, and I just believe that my story could help really push people forward and push people to chase their dreams and really just be the best versions of themselves.
I love it. And she trying to be humble, y'all. She's sitting there talking, well, I'm Jazz, but don't get it twisted. Behind the camera, she will let you know. Like,
okay,
yes, I
hear you.
Okay, say that then. So I have to start off with, we were talking and, doing my little research, and you really been, that queen that's actually since 4, when your grandfather made you your little own hair dress thing so you can make, do your own hair, do your own necessarily. So my question is, what have your grandparents instilled in you that you take, still to this day?
So my grandparents raised me, guys, backstory. Neither one of them are alive today, but they really instilled in me like hard work and principle and character. And I think I just developed those things in a way to really just make me the powerful force that I am today.
Right. And I love that. I think just speaking to you on the phone multiple times, you talking about your grandparents, you really put a light on them that's just amazing. And like as you talk about them, it's so I think me being raised by my grandparents as well, like it instilled that old type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That old type of just way of the world and stuff. And I think in today's society, it's kind of being like watered down.
Absolutely.
What you think about that?
Oh, absolutely. It's totally being watered down, but also we're in a new time. There's so many different things to factor in that, past generations didn't have to deal with, but also they were dealing with things that now, luckily, we don't have to deal with. So, I think it just goes hand in hand.
What are the top 3 lessons your grandparents have that you feel like you take with you every day to day and still top 3?
Oh, absolutely. Work hard. My grandfather used to preach, if you don't get off your and go to work, it's not going to happen, okay? You have to go to work. So hard work is number 1. Character, being a loyal person, being a trustworthy person. Your character says everything about you. That's really who you are. Especially when people are talking about you and what I'm doing, never keep me. My character is everything to me. And then lastly, God. They instilled God in me really young. I grew up Catholic. Now I'm more on the spiritual side, but God is very much at the forefront of my life at all times. So,
I love it. That's dope. That's amazing. So now I gotta get into giving you your flowers a little early because you went to the BET Awards last night. Look, hold on, I had to call you first off. Congratulations on that. When you got the message and you told me, I said, "What, Jazz?" He's all cheesing. Hey, Jazz has a man. Listen, whenever she get her mood, it's it's a different type of energy.
I be talking my talk, but you have to do that for yourself. You have to pump yourself up. You have to believe in yourself because if I don't believe in myself and I go out there, those people are not gonna see me.
Right. I like that. So I have to ask about the BET Awards. Just you moving out here, your journey to get here has not been a good one.
It's been rough.
It's been rough. We'll talk about that a little later, but. I remember you telling me how hard it was whenever you first came, and I was like, Jazz, just think you on base, you from where you started at here to you getting to go to the BET Awards and that message, and I was like, girl, you gotta, man, no, celebrate that. You're like, well, it's so, no, it's not. Like, you gotta celebrate the small things, so when the bigger goals come, it becomes repetitive. Like, I'm supposed to be here, like you said. So, tell me about the BET experience, man.
So really just a little backstory. The first year that I moved to California, I was blessed enough to be able to work it as a makeup artist and a hairstylist. So, I mean, that alone was like really a dream come true for me at that moment. And then now, like 3 years later, to actually be able to attend the awards, like as a guest, it was just a completely different experience. It was like, so I mean, I felt like I was amongst my peers with the celebrities and the people that I see on TV. I'm an actor. I study actors. Like I watch shows specifically to see how these people are being successful in their craft. So to see all of those people and like really be bumping shoulders with them and like to actually meet them, so surreal on a different level.
And then I love how you said just mentally, how you said peers, especially on my show, we like to focus on the mental side of things. But I love how you said seeing yourself as like, oh no, these are my peers and I'm gonna get here. And that's the type of belief, that's the type of drive that you have to have in whatever you do. Like you have to mentally put yourself at being the absolute best. At any actor that you study or anything, or any person, any job that you want to be, always strive for the top, but mentally put yourself there before you're there, because that's the only way you can get there.
Manifestation 101, baby.
Okay, let's talk about manifestation. Drop some knowledge to them, Jan. Go ahead.
If you can think it, then it's already been placed in you, and you definitely can manifest it and achieve it. Manifestation really just starts in the mind. And then through having faith and belief, it's brought to fruition. So it's a really big thing, and people really should, get more serious about it, because I feel like people are manifesting lives that they don't really want because they don't know the power of words or, intention. So it's just very important to get on board and
not Kate snapping her fingers.
That's a manifestation queen over there.
Okay. Say it then. Okay. And now I want to kind of switch, and I want to talk about, whenever the hurricane came. I was watching the interview that you did, and y'all all did it together though. Y'all all got, a whole bunch of things together. You guys started a Cash App, and you guys actually drove down and watching the interview, and then you talking about that, it really showed your heart, like how much you do care about people and how much you want to see people succeed. And just mentally, I think sometimes in the world of social media, somebody might look at your page and your beauty pops out, but that gets underlined of your heart and stuff. And I just kind of want you to talk about, we go through it all the time. We have family out there of hurricane season, and just mentally, like how hard it is. Like you have people that lose their houses. You got people that, they have to stay in these centers for this long time. We don't get power back as quick, especially on those, like on the other side, it's two sides of Lake Charles. North Lake Charles is South Lake Charles, it's two different things, right? So speak a little bit on that.
So all of my family is still back home in Louisiana. So really everything that I'm doing here is really for that. It's fueled by, that to hopefully one day, bring my family here. But in the meantime, they're still living in those conditions. And back in the South, those hurricanes are really serious. At the time, like, everyone that we knew, like, my friends' family, Keisha's family, Jalen's family, like, people that we knew are, like, people that we might have went to school with or things like that, were, like, struggling. Like, they didn't have anything. And to be out here, I mean, living our dreams, being fortunate enough to have a roof over our head and, not go through those kind of disasters. I felt like, we needed to lend a helping hand. Like, that was our people. Like, that's my people. So initially it just started off with me wanting to help my family. And I think once I started putting it on social media and people were wanting to help, I was like, but wait, we can just help more people. So then reached out to Keisha, Jalen, the whole little team that we had, and yeah, everybody did their part, and we really came together, and we were able to drive back home in a U-Haul and really help people, like from our home, but all the way from Los Angeles. Like, it was so crazy. And it was also amazing just telling people that I had met, that we met, you know, just from being in the industry or from living in LA. They didn't know our families, they didn't know us past, you know, our lives in LA, but they still helped us in major ways. So I think it was a blessing.
Right, and shout out to y'all. They all in here too, so shout out to them for doing that.
Yes.
You know, shout out to y'all real. And another sense of that, and I wanted to comment on this. You don't have to be at a certain level in life to help people.
Yes.
I think sometimes people get stuff just like misconstrued and stuff because they think that you have to have a certain level of success or you can't be struggling yourself or going through hard times yourself, but it's nothing to go buy a pack of water and then go give it back.
Yeah.
That's giving back at the same rate that any famous person would do. So, you know, people just mentally understand like you are enough to help people. Because I think like in the light that I'm at, like I always get people and they ask me, especially when I'm on mental health, they ask me to do stuff for people. And I try to explain to them that me doing it and you doing it is the same thing. Don't ever view me as something that is bigger than you when it comes to helping people. We can both help people, you know. And I think a lot of people, they want a certain type of sizzle before they help.
Yeah, so that's my thing. I was just about to comment on that. I think for most people, that's why they feel like they have to have a certain amount of something because, well, you can see the real intention behind it. Because if I truly want to help in my heart and in my soul and my spirit, if God's telling me to help somebody, it doesn't matter if I don't have anything. Whatever I have is more than what they have, so it's helping, you know?
It's helping, right. I like that. I like that mental stuff. Okay, Jazz, look at you. You said you was gonna talk your stuff. Now we about to open it up. This is you and Keisha, yeah, I think this is gonna be good. So you had a video on your Instagram. I told you I did not want to talk about this until we got on camera. I'm gonna just say what Jazz said and then we gonna decode this. We gonna get to it. It's gonna get real. Okay. They had a video that I think little baby mama put out. She said men don't treat women like they treated them in the 80s and the 90s. And I think she said again, oh no, I have a question for you. Do you think men treat women like they did back in the older time?
Absolutely not. But then again, we're not dealing with the same breed of men. I feel like something happened in the last couple generations that has caused the offspring of men that we're dealing with now in the world to operate differently in those good, strong.
Well, let's decode it. Don't sit there and sugarcoat it. What you mean by the men? What you mean?
I mean, I feel like my grandparents raised me. My grandfather. And all my uncles and my great uncles, they were all like hardworking men. Like they believed in hard work, like labor, like whatever they had to do to take care of their families. And I think there was a certain moral code that was, obtained by those men. But then also, I mean, this is a bunch of different ways. This is such like a broad conversation.
And I love it. And not to cut you off, but I remember you saying that men are not ready for a lot of beautiful, powerful black women. And I want to know, let's decode that. Don't hold your tongue down.
Yeah.
You got something to say about that, Kate, in the background? Because I see you moving. Yeah. Okay, all right. I see you moving in the back. Go ahead.
Well,
go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
So I basically, I think I find a lot of times these days, I want a strong woman. I want an independent woman. But when they get one, it doesn't look like a woman that you can easily control. It doesn't look like a woman that you can easily manipulate, or a woman who doesn't know her morals or values. And so I think when they get a woman like that, they're like, oh, you're too masculine, or you're too independent, or, and it's like, but you said you wanted an independent woman, so what do you really want? And I think that just falls on men and their traumas and, how they were brought up and, what they believe, how they were raised, ultimately. Keisha, what do you think?
I agree with you 1,000%. I think they want some aspects of it while they leave other aspects of it behind, right? Yeah.
And I think with their being a man, having to accept it, coming from a single mom, a lot of us are coddled. And a lot of us, I think we struggle on some points of actually being a man when it's time because we've been coddled so long. And when you have someone independent, it stems some type of insecurities of us that we don't want to address as men.
So let's just talk about the cycle in that alone, right?
Okay.
So in growing up in a single mother household or whatever, your father wasn't around, right? So that is already instilling certain things in you, right?
Right.
When you don't have that direction, you don't have that figure. Right. So I feel like then you depend and grow up like depending on just your mom, and I feel like but you're traumatized because your dad isn't there.
Of course, I agree.
But then you have to love your strong, independent mom, and I think sometimes that causes men to resent strong, independent women when they grow up and then want to get married and have a family. So I think it's just a cycle of trauma and just stuff that really needs to be like digested and healed.
I would say as a man, this is a problem that we have whenever we say we want something, but then we get it, we don't necessarily understand how to treat it and how to be present within the relationship. Yeah. And that's just factual. And that's not saying nothing, because a lot of men, all men struggle with powerful women because it's a stigma of back in the elder days of, a man's supposed to make this, and women is they get into the bag. In all cases, let me give them flowers, I'm not gonna be, but it's just, it's factual. Like you gotta salute the queens out here, they knocking down doors. Obviously, you have the government trying to, take their light with them, you know what I'm saying? And just in reality, I think whenever a man messes up, their mom always coddles them. Yeah. So it's like they don't tell them that they're wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, and I'm just speaking facts. I was raised a little bit different though. Like I had to really, I got critiqued by every little thing, but it stemmed from something that I have an older sibling. So if she makes mistakes before me, it was like, nah, you a man, nah, you can't be doing this, you need to learn this, you need to, but she held me accountable. I didn't really notice it until you leave and you're around a group of people that don't know how to articulate with women, scared to talk to them, are treating women not like they deserve to be treated. And I don't mean by opening doors and other things. I'm talking about actually listening, actually responding, things of that nature that people really, they think, oh man.
Well, because that takes vulnerability, and because men are traumatized and healed, it's hard to go there, right? Like you're
And I'm not saying, I'm not first off the camera, I'm not saying like I had this down pat. This is something that I had to grow into as a man, but with mental health, you're studying yourself. Yeah. And mentally, you have to work on yourself every day. It don't matter about how much you've grown. It don't matter how much knowledge you got. It's always picking up. But when you have to accept your trauma and accept that you might be viewing the way you treated a woman wrong your whole life, that's hard as shit. Yeah. Excuse my language, but that it really come into that because you realize man, it was probably me in some of these relationships,
Self-destruction,
Right. And just with this topic, I really wanted to talk about it because when you had said it online, I'm like, she might have sparked something. She might have sparked something in the DM. So how was that? Like, did you ever get any back and forth with?
About the J thing?
Yeah,
absolutely. Guys and girls is in my DM. So I felt like I got two different reactions from guys, and I could clearly tell the healed men from the unhealed men, right? Their reaction to what I said, So, some men was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I could see, and you could tell, those men were, a little further along and healed, and then other guys were like,
oh, Lord, no. It's funny, too, because she laughing at Keisha over there. Keisha is fidgeting with a little leg up like this. Say something, Kay. Go ahead. Go ahead and get you. I really want to hear Kay's perspective afterwards. But, we'll get to it. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so, and then, some of the guys, they were just, really salty, like bitter, kind of like, well, where do you get off? Like, where do you get off? Where did you get that from? And and then they started talking bad about Jada, like trying to, make her seem like the bad person in the situation. I was like, well, that's because you're in Hill, like, because you don't have accountability. So you're not a part of this conversation, really. I didn't really need your feedback. I was talking to the Hill men.
Okay.
But, yeah, I just wanted a conversation because I would like to hear from Hill men like how they feel about women being so independent now, about us coming more to the forefront. Like,
I think, hold on, I want to hear what Kay got to say. What is your thoughts on that?
I agree. I think that black men in particular are definitely like coddled, and it's like they want you to be strong and independent, but it's like what they really want you to be is their mom.
yeah,
Because they want to give them, not that they don't want to, they just want you to give it to them in the way that their mom is, like, So it makes it difficult for if you're coming to the relationship as a strong, independent, got your shit together black woman, and you're looking for a black man to match you up on that front. It makes it difficult because now he's looking for you to be his girlfriend and his mom.
And his mama.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
Yes. All of it. It's the mama for me because I'm not your mama. I'm not. I'm trying to have children with you and be their mama, but I'm not your mama.
Lord. But
I mean, does it go both ways with trying to see your father and some of these dudes too? They expecting that?
Yes, I know a lot of women that are damaged. Like, they got father issues. Like, and they belittle men. They are abusive to men. Like, yeah, it's both ways, vice versa, for sure.
now I took my side on the women, but let me get now it's time for me to flip flop. They have a lot of women out there that's really damaged and emotionally bad. Like, they've been hurt and they pick the same person. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same flavor, but they might dress different. But it's no different within the. You know what I'm saying? So, and I gave the queens the flowers, but now it's time to really get them because hold on, some women now like we gonna decode it. We got a lot of women out there that have been so hurt that when they do have a good man or opportunity, they put this wall up. Granted, y'all supposed to, but it's a steady climb every time, and it's like oh no, well, nah, I'm not taking him serious, or you have so many choices to where you don't want to open up because everybody in today's society, everybody's getting hurt. But a lot of women miss out on opportunities with great men or men that are treating good. Like I've heard women say, "Oh yeah, he treated me too good." Oh,
Toxic. Super toxic.
Super toxic. Like, what are you want that type of love?
How did you treat Russell Wilson?
Yeah, right. Oh, exactly. Perfect enough. People kill Russell Wilson for treating Sierra like a queen.
Men and women.
Yeah, men and women. But if he out there and he get caught in the DMs or he on front screen shade room, it's like, then he go, no shot at Offset, but he go with his flowers to the concert and that toxic type of love, but he loved me though, like I'm the one. But so why do women, y'all, I'm asking, why do women want, what is the thing about toxic love? Like, because it's a lot of women that want that.
I can't tell you. I don't want that. But I have friends. So let's talk. I'm an actor. Look at this.
Do you think?
They like it because they're unhealed, and also, all right. Before, in my younger days, I had a situation that was very toxic, and I had never been in anything so toxic. But I'm just gonna be honest, I was addicted to the toxicity of it all. Like, it was just like a thrill, like trying to figure somebody out, having somebody run me in circles, like play with my mind. Like, it was just like this. I was addicted to it, and it took like all of my friends, even my family, saying, "Wait, we worried about you. Like, this one guy, we've seen you leave good guys and everything, but this one guy had you like wrapped around his finger. I mean, you are just out there. Your character is not looking too good, So it got really bad for me. But I woke up and I came to my senses. Thank you, Jesus. Before something permanent happened from that situation. But at the time, I wanted I just wanted to fix him. Like, I seen all the red flags. I knew exactly who he was. Like, I knew everything. But I literally wanted to be the girl that he would have, like, changed for. Yeah. Like, and I thought.
That be y'all swinging for.
Yeah.
Y'all swinging for air.
Yeah. I thought, like, I'm this and I'm that, but it had nothing to do with me. But at the time, I wasn't there yet. I didn't understand it. It had nothing to do with me. It was all about him. Like, that's the level he was on. It had nothing to do with me or what I offered, what I didn't offer, what I didn't bring to the table, whatever the situation was. But yeah, I think just that constant, like, him pulling and me just, like, running behind, like, it was just toxic. So I think girls so let's say you don't have your father in your life and you don't have a good relationship with your mom and you don't have like any type of healthy relationships that have like healthy boundaries, then you would fall victim to a toxic relationship. And some people do this cycle for years and years and years. And I mean, just to get a little deep here, my sister was murdered 2 years ago due to domestic violence, and her whole life was this toxic cycle. But it stemmed from her dad and my mom, and you know, when they were younger, they seen them like, you know, domestic violence and all that. So I feel like it really tainted her in a way. And I mean, she was just like the most loving person. I feel like she really just wanted love and like that deep soul connection, but because of like the traumas and like just all the unhealed things that was going on, like she just wasn't able to ever like heal herself or come to the realization like, oh, you know, I can move past it. So she literally stayed in a toxic cycle her whole life, and I mean, she died due to that. So.
And we about to change the subject. First off, thank you for sharing. Rest in peace to your sister. Thank you for sharing that on camera. I really do appreciate it. And lastly, I just want to say, women, you can't try to fix everybody. Like, I think I have that. I think just being a single man and like going to therapy and working on myself, coming out of a long relationship. I think just the perception of me to some women is like, he kind of know, he figured it out. Like, oh, I could elevate him, or I could. But I think people don't really understand when people going through stuff mentally. Like, you know, like I have trauma that I still need to address, and if I tell you that as a woman, I'm not someone that's baited about sex or anything. So women have a hard time of, like, I would say not even controlling, but they're like, dang, how do I get his attention? Because I can't say that you ain't. I'm like, oh, well, I'm cool, I don't even want that. That's what you're offering. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
And necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, I mean, yeah. So, but also women just understanding that, you know, some men are actually trying to work on their trauma. Forget whatever you're saying about, excuse my language, fuck boys and what else y'all
Niggas
call?
ain't shit.
Niggas ain't shit. Man, hold on, yeah, excuse my language. Yeah.
He triggered over here.
Oh, he triggered over here. This man, what's another? Mama's boys. You know, like with all that, you know, some people are actually trying to, you know, work on their trauma. So, you know, my cameraman Julian over here about to, I don't know what's going on. Let's change the subject.
Get hyper.
Literally. Okay, this is a question I got for you. Now that we talked about love, this is something that I want to bring to the podcast. Shout out to my mentor, Niche. Find your niche with Niche. Y'all go check her out. I love you. Thank you for this one. But she helped me come up with it. How does to you love look like? How does it smell like? How does it taste like? How does it feel like? And I want you to explain everyone. So no, Jay got a bad problem with one word answers I learned today. So we not doing that. So how it looks, how it smells, how it tastes, how it,
Okay, that's a lovely question. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
That's a great question.
I literally, hey, you make me feel good because I literally called her and I said, I had this girl coming. I really know. I was like, I'm telling you, I can bring this out. She will really,
I
She was
love
like,
that question.
oh yeah. She was like, yeah, we go ahead.
Okay, so what's the first one? Let's just mention.
Let's go. How does love look like for you?
Okay, what does love? Okay,
What does love look like for you?
Love looks like waking up with me in the middle of the night if I'm sick. It looks like, being there for me when I literally cannot pull myself up out of something. Like, it looks like paying attention and noticing, like, my body language, when I'm comfortable, when I'm uncomfortable, when something is bothering me. That's what love looks like. Showing up.
Showing up, okay. All right, now how does love taste like? What's the taste of your love? What's the jazz flavor of love? Look, let's go back to flavor of love.
My flavor of love.
What's the flavor of love? Go ahead.
My flavor of love?
Yo, flavor of love, man. Now you can't escape this one. This is real because what does love taste like to you? Like if you could taste anything in life.
It tastes so rich, like so cool and like so sweet and just caring and just affectionate and respectful and like loyal and like all of that, like just deep, like dark chocolate.
Okay.
like rich, velvety, dark chocolate.
Okay. I like that.
Sweet but rich and like has a lot of character to it and classy. Like it's not for everybody though.
It's not for everybody. Your own particular taste.
Yes.
What you say? Period.
Period.
Okay. All right, man. What does the love smell like? What's the smell of love? Like, if you could, what is that smell of?
It
just
smells,
like, damn.
It smells light. It smells easy. It smells peaceful. It smells like, fresh water. Like, it smells long lasting.
Now, you could describe the love that you have that you want to give someone that deserves it, that meets the criteria to get that. How would you describe it? The love that you're waiting to give to your future.
My husband.
Future husband. Go ahead, say that.
Oh my God, it's so huge. I can't even just super out of this world, like just huge love. Like, a love we never had before. Besides from your mom, but this is a special kind of love, like a soul love, like, an undeniable love. Yeah.
I love it. That was good. I love it. For sure. Hey, yeah, I like that. I'm keeping that one on there for sure.
That's a great question. That could really, for people that's like not so deep, I feel like I just opened up, but people that don't open up, I feel like that could be a great question.
You gotta go. So, something I want to talk to you about, and you post this frequently, and I've been watching your page, so obviously I know.
Not watching my page.
Watching you, I've been watching you. I got to do my research, and you inspire me as well. But how important is it for you to have someone vibrating on the same energy as you? Oh, wait, because I know you about to jump off. Hold on, don't ask the question. Yes, you're about to go off. Hold on. The energy that you bring to your day-to-day matters every day, even when you even when you sad, even when you're not yourself, your energy matters, and people can pick up and vibrate off your energy. Like sometimes it's so funny. My homeboy, shout out to my guy, he passed me. He had a birthday party, and I was not feeling good the whole week, and he literally was like, "You have to come with me because I need your energy there." Then he texted me this. I didn't reply, obviously. I wasn't trying to reply. Didn't reply, but he called me and then he told me, "It's like, listen, bro, like I'm serious. Like your energy, it spirals out to everybody. Like you make everybody smile." I was like, "I will be here," and I got up and we had a tremendous night. Y'all see the pictures in the background, but yeah, it was crazy. But how important is that for you? Because you preach that all the time.
Listen, the energy doesn't lie, okay? You can tell, we might not know what people exactly are going through, but you can tell when somebody's walking around with a funky attitude, okay? It's from the tension in their forehead to the way they're handling their belongings, like the way they're pacing, like you can feel the energy. So yeah, I feel like that's a very big thing. And for people that be like, "Oh, that don't bother me," like, well then you're not aligned. Because if somebody's energy is off.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, sometimes can be way off, and that doesn't bother you, or like something doesn't go off. Like, okay, you're affecting me now. Like, then you're not aligned. Like, you're not fully there yet.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that for sure.
Especially if you come up with a guy that you're talking to and he like just is not vibrating on the same frequency, and imagine you allow him to enter you
Yes.
with this badass vibration.
Right.
That mean to completely threw you out of it.
Yes.
You
Now
know?
you completely out of it.
And then you can manifest what you're trying to do.
Yes.
Say that then, period. That's another period moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Period moment.
Yes.
It's a period. It's another period moment. Okay, I want you to, what advice would you give someone that's starting their journey?
What journey?
Just with anything in life, like you know how you had to start your modeling, and you're still on your journey, but like when you first started, you know, what the advice you would give a younger Jazz, or you're gonna be on top one day. So we all know that. So I'm talking about to the girl that's gonna be the next Jazz.
Okay, so let's just take the title away then, because if you're the next Jazz, you're just a creative all around, right? So it's multiple hats.
Okay.
You can ask this out loud. We on the pod.
We on the pod.
Yeah.
We keep whispering.
We keep it
And
all
we
this.
keeping this, we keep it all this. You keep it all, you gotta get it out. Yes, you are
Wait,
pod.
I can get in.
No, this is great.
This is on a podcast. Ask this question out loud.
What advice would you give somebody that's like just starting to chase their dreams? Like they don't know what's coming, they don't know all the hard work and they don't know. What advice would you give to them? No, not you need the question again.
No, I don't need the question again. I'm thinking about my answer. This is gonna be a deep answer.
Go ahead, do your thing. My bad, guys.
I would say to number one, like stay true to yourself. Sometimes people will not understand you. They will misunderstand you a lot. But if you know in your heart of hearts and the vision that God is placing in you, you know what's for you, then you just have to believe in that and have faith in that, and then just stand your ground and just stay true to who you are. Don't let other people come in and shift you and change you up. Like, you are who you are for a reason, so you can become who you need to be. So I would just say to stay grounded and, stay true to who you are. That character stuff that I was talking about, like your character is everything. That's how people are going to, vibe with you. That's how people are going to figure out they want to build relationships with you. That's how people are going to recognize you in the world. So, like, your character is very important. Just always stand in trustworthiness. Like, just always be a good person. And I feel like as long as you're doing those things, you've been a good person, you believe in yourself, you have the dream, you have the vision, stay 10 toes down and just keep it pushing. And really, you're gonna fall down. I know people, oh, it's okay. Like, no. You're gonna fall down a lot of times. And it's not about the fall down. It's about the get up, because every time that you pick yourself back up, you're picking up skills and lessons and things that's gonna make you stronger and more qualified for the higher timelines. So all those things, stay grounded, stay true to yourself, believe in God, and keep it pushing. And you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it, girl.
I love that. I love the energy and the thought process, all that. And just something I heard from Gary Vee, and this is really what I use in my journey every day, whether I'm having a good day with posting, bad day of posting, if I'm trying to get someone on the pod that doesn't work. But he said, look more for your losses than your wins. And when he had said that, I was like, I'll be looking for to lose, but when you lose, you learn so much more to win.
Yeah.
And rather than when you win, you don't really learn how to lose. You know what I'm saying? Just that mental understanding for everyone out there. When those hard times come, you take a L, just realize you're right where you need to be because you're learning. Yeah, I love that answer.
And then just to add into that, in moments where I was my lowest, I honestly could say I felt my strongest. And just seeing myself crawl out of those and then it just made me believe in myself so much more. Like, see, like, wow, you're so strong, you're so resilient. So, yeah.
That definitely builds your character. Now, let's go to the lost in the sauce analogy. Jazz always say, don't get lost in the sauce.
I was lost in the sauce thinking.
You're lost in the sauce.
Okay, I need to separate.
Please tell people what's lost in the sauce.
Y'all, lost in the sauce, like, in LA, I'm a small town girl. You know, I come from a real slow place. So moving here, culture shock, but it's really fast here. So if you're not careful, if you're not intentional, if you're not staying true to yourself, you know, you can go in environments and be around people and start doing things that's not in alignment of what you're supposed to be doing, and you get lost in the sauce. You lose control. You know, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
I like it. I love it. You always tell me that on the phone. So oh yeah, Jazz. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Bring it to the pod. Now I got another little debatable topic that we're about to hop back into, and it's going to decode some realness again. So I was on a cruise, and I'm brainstorming, I'm meditating, and I wrote out this analogy. So me, I love working on things. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to bring this out. So I seen some girls on the we was on the deck, and I brought it out. Now, what do you think about this, Kay? What do you think about this? All women have a starting five, and I mean this. I don't mean this in the women that have grown and things. I just truly feel like women in today's time have 5 people. You have your main. You have your number 2. You have your number 3.
I'm talking about the opposite sex.
No, I'm talking about all right. So you're a woman. You got your main dude that you talk to. You have number 2 just in case.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. But I call it the starting 5, right? You got your starter. You got a person that subs in, you know, just in case he's not. Hold on, let me finish my analogy. You got your little person that you know, he subs in whenever. Number 3 is like, and them 2 not acting, and then 4 or 5 are interchangeable. Brought it out on the thing, 100% success rate. Julian's crying laughing over there, but hey, it is what it is. I want to know what you think about that.
I just think I'm a grown woman, so I don't have time for 5 people, period. I don't have time to be, if 1 don't work out, let me wait on 3, or 3 can't make it, let me hit up 5. I don't have time for that. No, but back in my day, I definitely had time for that, and I've been it.
Okay, well then, all right, let's talk about that. Now you done got your little grown, didn't even let me, but then she's out. But then you gonna put it back. Well, back in my younger day, yeah, but they were.
Younger day was last week.
Yeah.
Younger day, y'all like 4 or 5.
Look Kay taking up for it. Look Kay.
She was younger last week.
No, y'all.
Julian done ran out the room.
This is a while ago.
But yeah, I really want to know the process on that. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's just kind of like, well, my mom used to say to me, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like, you just kind of want to have options. And like, when I was younger, that was like a big thing. Like, I wanted options. And I mean, I had options. So, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I don't want to talk to y'all. But yeah, that's definitely true. You have like, for sure, the one that like, well, hopefully you're not in a relationship cheating, because that's not cool, really.
Okay.
But like the one that you, I guess, would want to be in a relationship with,
Right.
like the closest one to
Your main, right?
Your main thing.
Okay.
And then the second one, you might be feeling him, but more like on a physical level. Maybe it's not so emotional like the first person, right?
Okay.
And then I think by the time you get to 3, it's because you probably like, well, for me, I just like the experience with number 3. So maybe that's the person that I probably just don't hang out with, like.
Okay.
And then for
He interchangeable.
he interchangeable, and I might just throw him a little attention every now and then,
just to keep him on.
For laughs and giggles. And 5, I mean, he's the very last one. I mean, this is if everybody can make it, like, you in that thing. But he is the absolute last option. I really don't like him, but if I gotta bring somebody, I take 5. Yeah.
How you feel about that, Kay?
I feel like that's so interesting that you said that, like, this is a women thing. I'm like, isn't this a guy thing?
I feel like it's like
both ways.
It can go both ways.
Hold on, wait. I asked you the question of how you feel about the 5 before you go on with the belt. Answer the question first, then we can talk about that.
How do I feel about 5? I feel like jazz. I'm just like juggling around with 5 different people.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about obviously.
The concept alone, it don't gotta be 5. Just
Multiple.
people. You got somebody else in mind if it don't work.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I don't know if it has to be somebody else in mind if it doesn't work. I think it's perfectly fine for you, especially if you're dating, right?
Yeah.
If you're dating, it's perfectly fine for you to have multiple people that you're talking to. At that point, you're trying to figure out what's the right situation for you, right? Or who you enjoy spending the most time with. And I think there's nothing wrong with that.
You said that the main though, if you got a main, you're not dating.
No, we're not.
We're not
even
dating. You don't have to be dating.
Oh, you can have I thought the main was like your
If you the man, y'all hear that? Hey, mentally, the guys, flip the camera this way. Flip it. Hey, y'all hear that, right? If y'all ain't in a relationship, you might not be a main, but like she might still be talking to her other options.
Okay,
What?
You said you had another option.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
She just said she had.
Yeah.
Did you ever had a
No. Oh my God.
We're gonna stay on one side.
We're gonna stay on one side first.
Okay.
We're gonna stay on one side first. This is getting bad. This is getting crazy. No, man, I'm just saying, like, to the guys out there, man, you got a lot of guys that's mad, the domestic violence because they feel like they're the one. And they ain't the one. I'm just giving them the game of, hey, you can feel like that and you think you can treat her bad and all that and you think, boy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm trying to say. No, and I totally, of course, men, yes. But a lot of dudes, just being honest, they don't have it like how y'all got it. First off, she shook her hand hard.
I got everything too. I'm telling you.
Okay. No. Listen to what I'm saying. So I agree, some do, but a lot of dudes stunt on how much a girl wanted. Like a lot of dudes lie before they tell the truth.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say. Now I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I know some steppers back when I was doing. Yeah, I had it. Yeah, I'm just saying. But a lot of, like I said, and men know what I'm talking about. We all got them friends that be like, man, I got ball. I talked to her, and then when you check the balance, it's like, nah. Right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The reality comes out. That's what I'm trying to say. It's more often that's the reality than them really have. But nah, they got some dudes out here it's really bad, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to open that analogy with you. Thank y'all, I really appreciate it.
Can you clarify that just because you're a main thing doesn't mean that we're exclusively dating?
Yeah.
And for you to automatically assume that is like some sense of entitlement that I find to be a little bit toxic as well. Unless you say to the woman, I want to be exclusive with you, and she accepts it, you have no reason to be thinking like,
and I can have options.
No, that's not okay.
I totally agree, but I'm not saying like I totally agree. I agree with that. That was a great topic for sure. All right, we winding down on time. We almost done. Let's go to the top 5 people who inspire you.
Actually, number 1, my mom. Like, she's a very resilient, strong person, and the older I get, the more I see myself in her. And she inspires me to know, like, you have to keep going, like, and because she is so strong at the age she is, it's like, I know that could be the future of me. So, she is super inspiring to me. Oh, yeah, she's super inspiring to me.
I love my mom too.
Yeah.
Give a kiss.
That was a lie. Yep. I'm sorry, I have to think about this.
You're good. I love deep thoughts. It gives you the best answers. You good. I'm whispering, you don't know the question.
No, I
Eyes roll.
You must not get no face. I'm trying to hold it in. You must not get no face.
I was gonna compliment you. You're doing good. Go ahead. That's it.
Oh no, that's not it. I'm inspired by my friends. I have friends that really inspire me. Like Keisha really inspires me. Her work ethic is it's out of this world. And I feel like I'm a very hard worker, but she really inspires me, like, to go the extra mile. Like, it doesn't matter if you're tired, it doesn't matter what you got going on. Like, if it's something that gotta be done, like, you gotta do it. So she's super inspiring to me. My sister that passed away, she would have been number, like, yeah, she was super inspiring to me. She was like my, I don't know, kind of like my everything, really. And she really inspired like a lot of things. Me coming to LA, like she was one person that I could like tell any dream to, and it never like seemed, unattainable. She never thought, oh, you can't do that. Like it was never that kind of thing. So that was just like super. She was always super inspirational in my life. Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. Okay. Well, dang,
But I am inspired by certain things that a lot of people, possess, but to say like, oh, this person, like, is really inspiring to me. I don't know. I have to go back. I have to go do some soul searching on this because I feel like this is a deep question. Everybody is inspired by something.
Everybody is inspired. Like, shout out to K. K inspired me. Like, I tell K all the time. Every time I be like, K, you really inspired me. Even when she on the phone, I called her, she was being mean. But I said, K, hey, am I gonna see you? She's like, why? Damn, K, I just wanna see you. Like, I want to see you. But it's cool. The energy was mad. It's cool.
But also, I think why I was having so much trouble with this question is because a lot of times I'm not inspired by like a person. It could just be like a simple idea, and like from that idea something else sparks, and then like now I just have this whole, like this thing going on. A lot of times I think that's why it's so hard for me to answer that. It doesn't come from people; it comes from experiences, lessons, alignments. Yeah, so.
I do want to get into this though. My next question would be, your fitness journey started from depression. I watched the interview and you say you're very depressed on how your body felt and just how you felt within your body, and you really wanted to tone it up, and then you were like, oh nah, I was to the T with it. You almost killed Jalen. Matter of fact, Kay Lamb in the background. I heard that story, man. I heard this story. I felt bad for my boy, man, that y'all did him like that. Because Kay was in shape too, so y'all set him up. But here and there. But just being in mental health and having a mental health podcast and just talking to my inner circle of people. Shout out to my little brother that just pulled in. But a lot of people that come to me that I don't talk to everybody. I am not friendly at all. I have a very small circle. But when I do help people that are going through depression, it is very, very hard for them to see the worth in themselves. And you have a lot of people that are fluctuated by social media, or they have a version of themselves that they haven't reached, and it starts to pour into like them not being able to be themselves in life. Like they're so wired to accomplish their dreams that they miss out on these times and on the people and on moments that you never know. Like when someone leaves the house, it's a real moment that they might not ever come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just to start my podcast journey, it started from depression. Like I was doing podcasting, but I got hurt at work and I had a very, very bad concussion. And not to tell my family, but just to put it out now, but not like it, I damn near could have died. Like if I would have got hit and I got hit on the side of my head, if I would have not turned, most likely I wouldn't have made it. And when I was at home, it was like a whole month to where I was sitting in the dark. Like I couldn't even look at my phone. I couldn't even look at a TV. And I was, like that, I felt like that was the lowest of the lowest. Like I got on a plane just to be with family, and that was the worst plane ride I ever had. But it really put things into perspective for me. Like you're working hard on your dreams, but at the same time, like if you would have died, you didn't even chase what you wanted to do. And that really sparked something into me because I was so depressed that, like, damn, like, am I ever going to be back myself? Because, man, concussions are terrible. I don't care what nobody say. I'd rather have whatever else than a concussion because mentally, your mind, it's hard for you to think. If you're thinking about something, it can make you have a headache. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to talk about your fitness journey because a lot of men, a lot of women, they're not comfortable within their bodies. And, you know, like your body is a temple, you know, and how you treat it is how it's going to treat you. That is what I believe, you know. So I just want you to talk about that.
Well, to be honest, it really, y'all know that toxic relationship I was telling y'all about earlier? That's what did it. That's what really spiraled like my depression because I was taking it personal. Like I thought that the stuff this person was doing was because of me. So I started like turning inwards. It's like, oh my God, I'm not good enough. Oh my God, like what's wrong with me? Oh my God. And I've never felt that way before in my life. Like I've always been like a super confident, like self-determined, self-motivated person. So I never needed like outside validation. But when that stuff happened, it was just like, it really told on my self-worth. And it made me depressed to a point to where, I don't know, I was just like unrecognizable to myself, like in a way. And mentally, I'm such a mental person, so I really was like stuck. I felt like I was imprisoned, like I put myself there. So I really just needed a change, and then I had tried to get into fitness since like college. You know how you gain your little freshman fitness or whatever. I had been trying to do it. Oh, I got it. So yeah, I have been trying to do it, but I never had nothing like fueling it. But once I was depressed and I needed something like to pull me out of it, I decided that I was gonna start training. I was gonna start fitness. I was gonna like change my eating and everything. I was gonna educate myself. And I did, and I started, and I was obsessed. I was obsessed with being able to control the outcome of my body, not just physically, but mentally. Like I could feel myself like breaking down those walls. Like every day I would go to the gym, I would wake up 5 a.m., like 6 a.m. in the morning, like, you know, make it a point to go to the gym every single day. And every time I did that, I was able to like, you know, break down another brick on that wall. And so eventually it's just all like, you know, did that, and I was a new person. And I think because of that journey, fitness is like gonna always be a part of my life because it really did something for me. Like, if it had not been for fitness, I don't know where I would be mentally or what would have happened to me had I would have gone back to that situation. You know what I'm saying? So it really saved my life in a way, and I am everything that I am. You know, 4 years, 5 years later because of that experience, and then finding fitness.
I love it. Lastly, wrapping up, I need to go. See, this is the mind of jazz right here, y'all. That's what we're going to call it, this segment. You post all the time, very inspirational stuff. So I might call whenever we talk, I might say, Jazz, you posted something the other day that had me, yeah, like you did that. You like, oh, period, yeah, what you felt about that? So it'd be so funny to be on the phone, I'd be laughing, so I said, oh yeah, we gotta bring out the mind of jazz. So people, yeah, okay. I am crazy with the purpose burning inside of me. I am crazy enough to go for it all and get it.
Period.
Talk to them.
Well, like I was telling y'all earlier, a lot of people are going to misunderstand you, and just because like some of your dreams or things you're chasing might seem out of this world to them.
I got you. I'm crazy with a purpose. It's burning inside of me. I'm crazy enough to go get it. This is staying in the episode. Oh my God.
Just because I got so much knowledge up here, it's so much going on up here. I want to give it to y'all. It's like so fast. So I just need, you know, it's burning inside of me like. Crazy with a purpose. Crazy with a purpose. You gotta be crazy about it, okay? You really have to be obsessed with it. And when God gives you a vision of something, you really have to like hold on to that intentionally. And because it's gonna really fuel you in those times when you don't feel like doing whatever it is that you're called to do, or times when you're not feeling up to par, or times when you don't even feel like you deserve what you're chasing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you just have to put that inside of you and, let that fire burn.
Mentally be crazy about your dreams. Next thing, I paid attention when I didn't get the invite. I paid attention when I didn't get a thank you. I paid attention when I didn't get an apology. So much so now I rarely leave my bubble, my space, and I choose peace every time.
That's the thing about the energy, right? I'm in therapy and I've learned that you can only control what you can control, which is yourself. So yeah, people with bad energy, so that's not in alignment, like you just need to control what you can control, harness your energy and really, take power in it.
Like the last one. This is one that I kind of, which is crazy. I gotta give you a props. I had a conversation with Jay and them earlier, and I kind of brought this point up, and I actually got it from your page, but I actually went and studied it, but did like mental health and things of that. But it says life gives us many moments to grow, and when you grow, new things show up, new types of people show up, new kinds of opportunities show up, new types of challenges show up, new ways of thinking shows up, new kinds of experiences shows up. So nothing new is showing up well. Well, if nothing new is showing up, I'm sorry. So like, what do you think about that, about life giving us all?
I want to say like you have to seize the opportunities, but also what's for you will never pass you in that kind of way. But also you have to be open, right? You have to be open to new experiences, to new people. And that was just like the perfect explanation of where I am in my life right now. In this phase of my life, I'm really in pursuit of my highest self, like the woman of my dreams. So that quote really just embodies me being open right now at this point in my life, like, just allowing God to like take control and only controlling what I can control, which is myself. So yeah.
I love it. Okay, last two questions, and then we could be doing, we're going to decode the real, which is I call giving flowers and be out. Okay, Beyoncé or Riri? Got a big one.
Like musically, hold on.
Beyoncé or Riri, however you want to slice it. Beyoncé or Riri. You can only pick one.
Well, I mean, is it?
All right, well, let's go musically then.
Neither. That's not good. That wasn't a good point for me to make. I would pick. I am more. I don't know. Sometimes I'm Beyoncé, but then like y'all know the real me. I'm like the real Rihanna. Like, let's go with Riri.
Let's go with
I'm
Riri.
more Riri. My lifestyle, my everything right now is
Riri. Okay.
Beyonce.
Alright. Top 5 books that you ever read.
Top 5 books?
Or top 5 books that you think would be impactful for whoever watching that can help them. If you could give out any book.
5? I don't know, but 3.
Alright, well, go ahead.
The 4 Agreements, The Alchemist, and what's another good one? It was actually one you told me, and As In It Is Giving. As In It Is Giving. Oh my God, that is a really great book.
Okay.
Those are my top 3. Y'all go check them out.
Top 3. Alright. Now, last thing we done, this is a segment. I'm calling it Decoding the Real, kind of changing, giving away for giving them the flowers. And this is where it's a space to where I'm going to always be real with whoever comes on. And I just want to say, I'm so thankful to know you, so thankful that me and that Kay introduced us, and just that I'm able to just like have your, like, just for you to answer the phone, like, if I call, and just to get advice from you, and just to watch your story. Like, you're so motivational, you're so inspirational, just everything. Like, I know we be clowning, but it's very important that, like I tell you, like, even like, you know, coming to Cali, like I enjoy seeing you. I enjoy spending time with you because it's always funny. We always
it's a vibe.
Yeah,
it's energy, right?
Right. It's a great, and even when you're on the phone, like if you call me, you like you are so like no, you better take that. You deserve that, you know.
Yeah.
Like I truly don't take that time for granted. I don't take any phone call I get from you or anything for granted because I understand how busy you are. And we had a talk one time, and you were like, the next relationship I get in, I might not even tell them I got money, and my advice to you would be that is to never ever sell yourself short and never hide your true worth as a queen. I think whatever man is lucky enough that they're gonna have to accept you for who you are. And yeah, that's basically it. That's why I think oh, for sure. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. Thankful that we was able to make it happen.
Yes.
I definitely wanted you to experience your BET thing, but I'm so thankful for this moment. Thank you for that. Thank you, Jess.
No. Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much. That was so sweet. But likewise, I feel the same. It really is great to have people in your corner on the same vibration. You know, we have a lot of conversations, and it's like reciprocated, right? It's like you know, give and take, and it's really positive. So I really appreciate that, and I appreciate being here and being able to give you all these gems and all this game and all this attitude and this energy. So yeah, thank y'all.
And she'll be a recurring guest. She'll be on here as we keep going.
Period.
Jazz Vital from LA to LA. Last message that I have to give to the young, just the young queens out there and just the young people from our town. My niece's little friends and all that, you know, the people that look up to Jazz or the young boys that look up to me, please continue to chase your dream and don't ever let a town define your success and don't ever let a town define what you think you can be.
Yes.
You could be whatever you want to be, please. Mentally understand, lock in. Parents, don't ever sell your kids short in these smaller towns and tell them that they can't move these places and they can't do anything. Jazz is a great testament of someone who believed in herself and just, you know, she just left, she took a chance, and I'm one of those as well. So from the town of Lake Charles, from LA to LA, we here.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.